Nothing about this thing makes sense. It comes with a figure that's not even scaled for the cockpit. The stickers are janky. The figure that it comes with makes no sense because it's just a random ass figure. The blades fall off. The tail rotor doesn't fit on properly. It's weird. Mine was broken, but do I love it? Yeah. We're going to take a look at one of the rarest G.I. Joe items out there. Originally designed for Kenner's G.I. Joe Extreme line. That didn't happen. Then it went over to Funskool India. That creates a whole bunch of challenges all unto itself. But it's a rare vehicle. It's got a lot of cool history behind it. A lot of people have never seen or heard of this vehicle, but I got you covered. Funskool India, G.I. Joe International Heroes, Battlehawk. Let's take a look. Originally, this vehicle was called the Tigerhawk. And what happened is that they, as part of a letter of credit, which happened to a lot of the G.I. Joe Extreme toys, the end result of that letter of credit was that all of the remaining G.I. Joe Extreme stuff went kind of on the chopping block. And when they sold the molds, they specifically sold this Tigerhawk mold to Funskool. So they were not allowed to release the Tigerhawk at all. You can see, yes, it was tooled, right? They did put it in all their little pamphlets. The thing is, the Tigerhawk didn't get released, but I have all of the rest of these, to include this rare sucker. The Skystalker, I have this, I unboxed this, and this thing's pretty freaking awesome. But the Tigerhawk was fated to never be made domestically, so it went to Funskool. And as you can see, right, International Heroes Battlehawk, weapons do not shoot. The reason the weapons don't shoot, Funskool, because if it went to G.I. Joe Extreme, you would have had the shooting mechanism like you do with all the other Extreme vehicles. Here's the art on the back of the box, and you can see down here it says, important enclosed are top secret blueprints of an actual Battlehawk. Add them to your G.I. Joe command files. Flip it over to the front of the box. There's that big, beautiful digital explosion in the Funskool style, so it's only kind of an arch. As you can see, it is sealed, so we're gonna, someone's gonna scream. All right. Woo, that sticker sheet's that's a little beat up.
Ooh.
Why do I have Road Pig in here?
What the hell is even that?
So one free figure included, and it's freaking Road Pig. It had to be Road Pig. Yeah, that's really interesting, huh? One free G.I. Joe random figure, and it had to be that guy. It's so just random and wacky, but that's, you know, it's Funskool, so that's what you get. See, these are the mounts for the missiles. Now, originally, when this was supposed to be G.I. Joe Extreme, this is where they would have sat, and you would have blown air out of these holes to launch these missiles. It's supposed to be, right, the mechanism for launching the missiles, because right, this is the mechanism for firing the missiles, and see how it sits on something similar. So here's our instructions, a little exploded view. Fuselage, canopy, two sides of the handle, the slider, the tail, the rotors, etc. Okay, cool. Okay. I paid a lot of money for this. This better not be resealed. And they're like, what do you got? Skid mark. Put him in there. Now, see, that would have been cool if it was a skid mark. I'm going to leave him in that baggie, too. I think I'll probably put him back in the box. All right. So, dude. The canopy's freaking broken.
What the f?
Yeah, I guess it is what it is, right? It could have been a lot of things. It could have been one of these pieces hitting. you don't know what it is, because again, that stuff was all just loose in the box. It wasn't in trays. Thing is, don't crack it worse. I mean, it's on there, but you can see it, right? Especially the way that you kind of have to push the tabs in, that it actually pokes out. You can see how it's poking this piece out. I mean, whatever. I didn't do it, and you know, the world knows that I didn't do it, so whatever. And it's actually hard to keep this canopy clicked down because of that crack. I'm just going to remove this for right now. Kind of set it into the peg, and then you twist it and it locks in to the side and then right there in the front. That's an interesting little locking mechanism. I like that. Tail. It's interesting. It doesn't lock. It just spins. It's not that it's not cool, but the tail doesn't have the two-tone colors, for one. It's not tight at all. It just... Look at how loose that is.
That's what she said.
It is balanced well, so if you notice the handle, when you stand it up, it stands well. The rotors fit really tight, so that's really awesome. You know, standard Joe detail. So I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to start stickering. This is a G.I. Joe Extreme figure, right? This is a Funskool O-ring, Real American Hero, actually whatever road pick. This was designed for G.I. Joe Extreme. You're actually supposed to put a G.I. Joe Extreme figure in there because look at the size of that cockpit. This guy, every time I look at him, I think about like some rando figure from like the Terminator 2 line. My man, the Headhunter Stormtrooper. That's like a little kid when they sit in the driver's seat. They're like, oh, look, Daddy, I can drive a car. One of the few classifieds I... Look at how loose this dude is. Garbage construction. Garbage construction. And his hips suck, too. Here's the thing. He won't go into a 90-degree seated position because these figures aren't designed for vehicles, right? They have like that freaking diaper baby crotch thing going on. Like, look at you can't even seat him. Whatever, I'll give it a whirl. The problem is, like, you see, as I'm trying to sit him, get out of my...
Daddy, chill.
A classified figure, if you can get him into a 90-degree seated position, will fit in this cockpit. But look at this. Red, white, blue. Red, white, blue. Red, white, blue, red, white, blue.
No!
Oh.
It's half the damn vehicle, but at least it's going on the crappy side with the broken canopy. I'm not trying to be that guy, right? But for a vehicle that cost as much as this thing did, I kind of expected a little better. It is what it is. I'm just going to call it character, yeah? When's the last time any of us saw somebody put together this rare vehicle? Never? I'm going to say never. I look forward to a bunch of comments complaining about me opening my toy. I like the vehicle, but I'm going to be honest. These stickers, like, they can shove off, and I could put just other random, like, Toy Hacks Joe stickers on here, and I could enjoy this a lot more. You know, and another interesting thing is we're used to, with Joe vehicles that we're all accustomed to, we're used to the barbell being on the vehicle, and then there being like a barbell shaped cutout in the missile. Whereas here, it's just these holes. You have that little cross. That's how it's. This mechanism's like, it's completely useless now because there's no air hose in there to even get the air to where the missiles would launch from. So it's like, what's the freaking point? I mean, they just left it there. All right. Now comes the moment of truth. Will this thing even spin? Oh, Funskool. It would be unfair to say I'm disappointed because I have a vehicle that a lot of people don't have and have never seen. So I don't want to sound like I'm an ingrate, but at the same time, to pay this much money for this vehicle, and to have, you know, like this broken right out of the box. The tail doesn't want to seat on here properly. It's funky. I'm just going to say it's funky. How about that? It's very unique. I can't unsee the Super Dave Osborne frickin' Evel Knievel. Yeah, that's the frickin' G.I. Joe International Hero Battlehawk. Again, it won't hold an O-ring Joe, but it holds G.I. Joe Extreme because, right, that's what it originally was designed for. This was really pricey. There we go. Is this thing one of the craziest vehicles that I've ever put my hands on? Yeah. Is it awesome? Yeah. Is it weird? Yeah.
Chad, how insensitive of you.
This thing has got to be one of the hands down wackiest vehicles I have ever put my hands on. Nothing about this thing makes sense. It comes with a figure that's not even scaled for the cockpit. The stickers are janky. The figure that it comes with makes no sense because it's just a random ass figure. The blades fall off. The tail rotor doesn't fit on properly. It's weird. Mine was broken, but do I love it? Yeah, I kind of do. Why do I love it? Because one, there's a rich history surrounding this vehicle. Everything about G.I. Joe Extreme, how that went to Kenner in the first place with the death of a real American hero and Sergeant Savage at the hands of Ginger Kent and Alan Hassenfeld. And then this line that the Kenner people in Cincinnati were just handed was supposed to get this vehicle called the Tiger Hawk. Well, their line floundered because a lot of people didn't like it. And then it gets sold off to Funskool India, where they're not allowed to use the molds, but prototypes were made and it wound up in the brochure. And a lot of people were wondering, well, where's this vehicle? Well, you never got the vehicle unless you hunted down the international version like I did. Super expensive, really rare, hard to find complete. I had to get mine sealed. And yeah, I opened a $1,300 vehicle. This vehicle, it's definitely a train wreck. Maybe it's a cool train wreck, maybe not. Individual results may vary. But as always, my friends, I want to know what you think. Leave a comment below. Let's talk some weird International Joe and have an awesome day. Funskool India, International Heroes, Battlehawk. Funskool India, G.I. Joe International Hero, Battlehawk. Battlehawk.